Alright, so I'm here filming the video on how to make the chicken taco soup. I've got all the ingredients here for a double batch. This is going to make 64 servings. So it's going to be 3/4 cup of diced onions, 1/8 of a cup of the Mexican seasoning, 4 cups of the corn, 1 can of taco beans, 1 can of salsa, 24 ounces of marinara sauce, and 1 bag of chicken. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the recipe. First, we're going to pour our olive oil or vegetable oil into our hot kettle so we can saute our onions. It's about 2 tablespoons more or less. You're good. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to add our onions and kind of get those sauteing. And we've diced up our onions pretty fine. Remember, this is a soup, so you don't want chunky onions. This is going to go in your mouth, so you want like just diced onions. And you can use that boat oar over there to kind of stir it up a little bit. We've got a spatula that we can stir it up with. You can hear that nice sizzle. That's what you want to hear. We've got this kettle on about 9. You know your own kettle, so you might only turn it to 8 or so. You let that saute for a couple minutes. And that's what you want to see. You want to see it sizzling. Now, in the interest of time, I'm going to have him go ahead and put the spices in. Brian's helping me today. Smile, Brian. This is called blooming your spices. You want to saute that with your oil and onions to kind of wake the spices up. And you're going to smell it. It's going to smell so good. Once you start smelling it, let it go for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. Start smelling. That smells good. And since this is a dried spice, this step here is waking your spices up so you can really taste them. Okay, we'll give that about 10 seconds or so. And then we're just going to start dumping everything in. We've already have everything measured, so right now it's just a pretty easy step. We just start dumping everything in. There's our corn, our can of black beans, our can of salsa, our 24 ounces of marinara sauce. You can even use some of that water to rinse that out so you get all of it. Yep, and then we've got our 4 quarts of water. Remember, we doubled this batch. Then we're going to open up our bag of chicken and dump our chicken in. Now, we did the little technique that I showed you before of squishing the chicken down to kind of pre-shred it in the bag. But if you find some big pieces, you can still kind of crunch it up with your hands just to make them smaller. Watch your liquid. But it looks like it's really, really finely diced in there already. So we're just going to dump all that in, including the juices that are in the bag. Perfect. Now you can use that boat oar to... If you guys don't have one of these, let us know, because this is going to be used in a couple other recipes we got coming up. It really lets you get down there, don't get your hands burned or anything, and you can really use it to stir it up. Then we're going to bring this up to kind of a semi-boil. This is probably going to take, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or so to get up the temperature. And then we're going to serve this with cheese and taco chips. Tostitos. If you do have a lid, you can put a lid on it. Yeah, if you don't, some schools don't have a lid, you can maybe put a sheet pan or something on it. And then you're going to come back and check this maybe in about, every 15 minutes or so. Once it gets up to kind of like a good simmer, you can turn your knob down to about a 6 and just let it cook. The temperature we're looking for is 165. And that is the taco soup. Thank you. Thank you, Brian.